Our contestants perform hits from the legendary Woodstock. Also, some of the biggest hits from the biggest showstoppers in music history. And do we have a save? Let's talk about it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's going on, everyone? Today we are speaking about episode 17, season 17. So much that we're about to throw to you guys. We're throwing it back on you too. We're going to be speaking about emotional performances. Do we feel like the contestants are bringing the same emotion like they were day one? We're going to be speaking about best and worst performances, best dressed, and our top 3, and who obviously is top 5.
Right.
So, or top 4. Who knows? But before that, I couldn't do this all by myself. So, I'm going to throw it to my lovely co-host, Delia Gomez.
Hey guys, what's up? Excited to be here tonight.
And I am Ricky Vitucci. I was trying to channel my inner Ryan Seacrest. And
I got you.
I'm Ricky Vitucci.
I loved it. Loved every second of it.
So, we have quite the show for you. Throwing it back on you guys. This is a great era in music.
The one that
Woodstock days.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
This is when music was like sculptured.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, very interesting to see the young bloods, so you say,
Taking
throw
it
it back.
Yeah.
And, give their little, I would say, give their piece, give their signature, their artistic signature to these legendary songs.
Yeah.
So, let's start off with your overall thoughts.
So I was a little bit love and hate this night. For the most part, I was kind of like snoozing because it was a lot of ballads for me. So some people I didn't feel like as excited.
For sure.
But overall, everyone did great. But it was kind of one of those nights where I was like really chilled out.
So you were zenned out.
I was zenned out for sure.
At a Woodstock festival, you were zenned out.
Yeah, definitely was.
So you probably didn't think...
Well, because, unless, like the Janis Joplins that we had a lot of covers. We had Laci cover her and Madison cover her.
For sure.
They brought some kind of vibe. some rock and roll. But overall, it was a lot of ballads, a lot of beautiful music. But it was also very chilled out. For me, at least for me, that's how I felt it.
So what would you have loved to see then?
I loved what Lane did. He really shook up the place when he did the cover of Chuck Berry.
Yeah,
I really liked that. I like a little bit of mix because I thought everyone was kind of on the same note, which kind of makes sense because they were asking them all to cover like similar pieces. But at the same time, it was very redundant. That was my only thing.
Okay.
What about you? What'd you think?
I thought it was cool. It didn't blow my socks off.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting way to see these young bloods and young gals perform these legendary songs from legendary musicians.
It's hard to step in
and it's hard to fill those shoes because those are massive shoes, right? And when someone has these big shoes to fill and they're still kind of new to the music industry, or their artistic signature. Yeah. It was very interesting.
And often when you put your own spin on these like iconic songs or something that people resonate and know just immediately at the top of their head.
For sure.
It's very hard to be like, you can't just spin it because then people get mad at you or they appreciate it. One of the two. You have to either do it really, really well.
For sure.
Or you get a lot of haters who just say you destroyed their favorite song.
So do you think they got a lot of haters?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think everyone did a good job. For me, the overall theme was just very...
It was
very
good.
Chill and
And they were all dressed very cool.
Beautifully.
Amazing. The women were beautiful. The guys were cool. Whoever styles them, because I know they don't. Great job.
The American Idol stylists.
Great job.
Shout out to them.
Let's get into our first topic.
Yes.
Emotional performances.
Yes.
Do you feel, with our top 6 now, do you feel like they are bringing the same emotion that they were day one to current day?
I think, Madison, for sure, when they showed her mom the way she had, like, the Vote for My Daughter, American Idol on
Yeah, it
the
was
back
cool.
of her car. I think, comes from very humble beginnings as well, and like that family support. So I do think Madison has her family on her mind every single time she sings.
For sure.
And they are present because she's a minor.
Love it.
So I do see that for her. I do see that coming through, and she is singing for something bigger than herself. So, and for a child, I mean, she's just, it's like 16?
16?
Yeah. So
She's a baby
she
still.
definitely knows that she's carrying her family on her shoulders. So I could definitely see that in all her performances.
Was there any other performance that you felt today that brought that same emotion from day one until now?
You know what? I would say Alejandro. Alejandro surprised me this night out of all of them, because there was something about him that was a little bit more electric. And I think even Luke said that his first performance and this performance that he did tonight, when he actually covered Poison, was the best that he's ever done. And it was that same emotion of like, he just did what he knows how to do best. The guitar, his moment, his
For sure.
signature, he was alive.
Because it was, and so he performed his own song,
Yeah.
Poison, which was amazing.
Yeah.
His talent on the guitar is insane. I would love to hear him play an electric guitar because I feel like he's Carlos Santana vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Like skill sets.
Oh, definitely.
His last strum, that's not an easy thing
Yeah.
to do. And Luke even said it. That's a very hard way to play.
And sing at the same
yeah.
time. It's not, it's like you're doing those riffs on the guitar.
Sick.
It's insane.
So sick. I would have to say for me, Alejandro for sure. But Wade.
Oh, wait.
Wade Coda.
Yeah.
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
one.
I just felt this, and he moved. Both songs he performed.
Really well done.
If you didn't bring the way he's performing now, his emotions that he's performing now are bigger. The stakes he has raised the stakes now than he did, because I think now he's starting to get like comfortable
Yeah.
in his own shoes and on stage. But I think his emotions this week was the best that I've ever seen Wade perform ever.
Yeah, and also because at the beginning, I think he was one of the most self-conscious of all the contestants.
Him and Alejandro.
Yeah, because I think, he would always forget the lyrics, and you can always see when he wasn't comfortable on stage, given his sides, like he wasn't sure about how I'd like to deal with other contestants. But he's definitely just owned his space. Like, you belong on stage. There's nowhere else you belong. So I think he's very comfortable with, like, yes, I'm going to take up as much space as I can. Before he would try, like, be, like, smaller and try to hide himself. But now he's just, like, opening up to the world and be like,
Our
I'm
founder,
here.
Keven Undergaro.
Which is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because as a performer, you don't want to just stay like stagnant. And even if you are stagnant, you want to like move around with the mic or like dance with the microphone stand. He did great.
Yeah.
Wade, great job, bud. Okay.
For sure.
Let's get into our next performance. But before we get into our next performance, is there something you would like to tell everyone?
I do. To all the wonderful people watching, we just want to say thank you so much for being a part of our AfterBuzz family and for checking in with us every week. If you are on YouTube watching us right now, make sure you like and subscribe and let us know what your top picks are for this season. We're very excited. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure to give us a 5-star rating. It really does help us out and make us, allow us to be here every week with you guys. So thank you guys, and it means a lot.
And please comment below.
Yes, for
And
sure.
we'll reply to all your comments because we love you.
Yeah, we want to hear what you guys think.
Yes, and we really care about what you have to say, so thank you.
Yes.
All right, best and worst performances.
Okay, for me, I have to say that I absolutely loved Alejandro's cover of Poison, as we said. Lane and Chuck Berry. I mean, like, I was with Katy Perry when she was girl fanning over, like, Lane. I think he just brought the energy that was missing from this episode, like a lot of that. I also loved Wade, A Little Help from My Friends. I thought that was a great choice for him, and he's just like in his element. The worst for me, I have to say, I wasn't really keen on all of Laci's choices. I love her, but she was a little boring to me today.
Okay.
And
That's
I
that's
just
fair.
think it's, I love her.
Yeah.
She's my favorite. But
Yeah.
she went to the back of my mind
Okay.
for for this episode.
Okay. Well,
But-
mine.
Yeah, what about you?
Can I say mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say best performances for me is Lane, Alejandro, and Wade. Worst is, of course, Laci, Madison, and Jeremiah. I thought Laci's and Jeremiah's performance, even though that they sounded great, it just kind of
It was kind of boring.
Madison's performance was fun, but not as fun as,
Her first one or her second one?
the first one. No, yeah, the first one where she was playing
The Janis Joplin?
guitar. Yes, she was honing into her.
I love that one.
Self.
Versus the second one she covered
Yeah.
Celine Dion. I didn't really feel it. It was
This is
too
not
big.
a show for Celine Dion.
It was-
Get these ballads out of here.
Well, I mean, I think you can do them, but the thing that everyone else was doing a ballad.
For sure.
So that was the thing. It's like, all right, so we're going to compare you to everyone else's other ballads versus if you're the only one doing the ballad
For sure.
compared to everyone doing dance songs or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you're going to really stick out. But it just turned into a really long show of just like.
Always a long show. For all you American Idol fans, you're loyal because you devote 2 hours at least every Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
So thank you.
And for the music, for sure.
So do you have any news? Do you have anything that you want to tell us? Anything that's
Yes.
juicy?
Yes, guys. So actually, we have a picture up here. If you are listening to us on iTunes, make sure you check out our
Damn, girl.
our YouTube. But we have a picture of Katy Perry. She's in London and she's got this amazing outfit on. And unfortunately, she won't be making any new music at the time. She just reported that, and she said it's because she's been touring for like 10 years and she's ready to chill.
She needs a break.
But she's still a huge fashion icon. The internet is buzzing about this outfit. It's actually a two-piece. It's like a top and a skirt.
Oh, wow.
And it's like apparently, all fashionistas everywhere are loving her new do, and she's sticking to her true fashion icon style.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Really? I think it's great. I think it's like got the right cutoffs, and she looks so fierce.
She looks fierce.
She looks fierce,
Yeah,
boo-boo. But I'm pretty sad about no more Katy Perry music for at least a little bit of
Well,
time.
she probably kissed the girl way too many times and liked it. Thank you.
I know, but I love Katy Perry, but I'm glad she's doing American Idol, so at least we get to see her in her fashion choices every week.
Yeah.
Because she's such a,
She's a
pleasure.
she's a buzzer.
Yeah.
She is a buzzer, a fashion buzzer. All pun intended.
Oh my goodness.
So since we're on the topic of clothing and fashion and
Mm-hmm.
dressing and style, let's go into our special segment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, look
So
what we got.
we're going to be speaking about the best dressed this episode from the guy and the girls.
Yes.
Who, since you're a lady,
Yes.
you go first.
So actually, I chose Laci this episode. Everything she wears, I love. I'm just a huge fan of hers. But she had on this like red jumpsuit with like I think it's, what is it? The frill? What is it? Or fringe.
Fringe.
Thank you. With the fringe. So yeah, I chose her tonight because she's always looking iconic.
Isn't she always dressing great?
Yes.
She is by far the best dressed out of all the females that have been on the top 16 or top 20. Like, she's always been the best dressed.
Yes.
Always.
She always knows who she is, fashion-wise. And the hair.
The hair.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Dolly Parton in the house.
In the house.
Yes, I loved it.
In the house.
What about you?
For me, again, second week in a row, my boy Lane Hardy gets the Golden Award. I was gonna say Golden Globe, but that'd be completely wrong. But look at this jacket he's wearing. This floral, what looks to be like silkish or polyester.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but
Or
it looks like silk. Yeah.
I'm sorry, silk print with the lapel, the double-breasted lapel that's gold.
It looks beautiful.
That is a fire jacket.
He looks so fresh.
He has like Elvis Presley vibes. It's
Yes,
crazy.
Definitely.
He just needs to work on his little bit of a stage performance.
You thought so?
A little bit, but his from his hair to the way he dresses. He reminds me of a younger version of Elvis, and he sounds so good.
Definitely.
Sounds so good.
He sounds amazing.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, I want to steal their wardrobe. I'm all about the way they
ratings.
dress.
Yes. Okay, we should just show up to this panel just dressed out.
Just dressed. We should do
with
that
the
next.
Yeah, like all out.
That's
glam.
what we're going to do for you guys next show. We're going to come all out next week dressed however we want.
Super glam.
We're going to glam AF.
We should totally do that. It'd be so fun.
Have to be.
Yeah.
All right.
The whole bunch of fringe, just like shimmy.
I don't think I could do fringe.
Really?
I could do like a country cowboy jacket.
I guess it depends on the
but
theme.
the fringe part,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would look good with the fringe.
I'm sure you would.
Maybe. Maybe if I was wearing a cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
And now you gotta do some country
Little
style.
country stuff. Because we do,
Countryside.
cause down here in the South, we do some country stuff. We wear the country clothes. All right. So, can we talk about the predictions for next week?
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, big week.
Yes.
Next week is a big week. Because after next week, we find out who American Idol is. 2 more episodes left.
Yeah, it's insane. Were you anticipating the save tonight? Because I wasn't. So now I don't. That throws off
forgot
my
about that.
That throws off my predictions completely.
Right. So we go from top 6 to top 4. Then we get a save,
Yeah.
which brings it back up to top 5. So we have left Madison, Lane, Alejandro, and Wade. And then it was between Jeremiah, Wade Coda, and Laci K. Booth. And the judges and Katy Perry saved Laci K.
Yeah.
Which I think was great.
I mean, Laci was always for me, like I've always voted her most likely to win the American Idol to walk away. But after today, I don't know how I feel about if she can take it home because America clearly isn't voting her in. So I
Maybe
guess
it's her performance.
yeah, I guess this performance,
The snooze fest.
This one was a little bit of a snooze fest. Even I am a Laci
I'm a fan.
fan,
But it's a snooze
but
fest.
yeah, it's true. So I guess for me, I would have to say Alejandro, Lane,
Okay.
and right now, Wade, because
Okay.
of what he did tonight. I really enjoyed him, so I'm gonna say those 3.
So you're picking, I'm sorry, say Lane, Wade, and Alejandro?
Yes.
And then who is going to be your American Idol?
So overall, I would want it to be Laci.
Okay.
I would want it to be her.
But do you think it's going to be her?
I don't know. At this point, she just got saved, so I'm just like, she was going home if the judges didn't step in.
But do you think that that she didn't get picked from America because of her song choices and the lack of performance?
Maybe.
I think that's probably a good.
Yeah.
That's a good
I think
educated guess.
Lane might actually win this one.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
We have a new Ruben Studdard, everyone.
I think he might, just the way the crowd reacts to him, the way he always knows what to perform to make sure he gets voted in. I do think it's going to be Lane.
I agree with you with what I've seen this week. This week, Wade definitely brought something that haven't seen this whole season.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening. But is that my pick?
I know.
Not really.
Yeah.
All right. So my top 3 is going to be Lane, Alejandro, and Laci. There has to be a girl there. No, I'm sorry. Lane, Alejandro, and Madison. That's my 3.
That's your 3.
Yes. I just think Madison she's too good for America to not pick her. And she, just like I said before, she has this Kelly Clarkson vibes.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Kelly Clarkson. Loves Kelly Clarkson still. So since she has that going for her, on top of her massive talent, I don't think she's not going to make the top 3.
Yeah.
And then my American Idol is Alejandro.
Oh yeah, I would be happy
Everyone
with any.
loves him.
Yeah, everyone. I'd be happy with any of the top 6 or top 5 to end up as American Idol. They all deserve it.
They all
are
deserve
great.
it. But why I love Alejandro so much is that he's performing his own songs and he's even convincing the judges of how talented he is. You even heard Lionel said, no matter what happens here, like you're a star, you have a future, you have a career in the music industry.
Definitely.
I agree with him 100%.
Definitely.
100. such a talented kid. And for you to have your original songs, which is hard to do in a competition show, because no one like knows them.
So they don't resonate with anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Good point.
You know? Mm-hmm. Let's take a bet. A friendly bet.
Okay.
My Alejandro to your
I guess Lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
That's your American Idol.
That's my American Idol.
So her American Idol is Lane. Mine is Alejandro. Let's do a friendly bet.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great.
I don't know what that bet's going to be yet, but it will be something fun. And we will tell you what that bet is next week. So, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you so, so much. My name is Ricky Vitucci. You can find me on all social media handles at Ricky Vitucci. Delia, please tell them where they can find you.
I'm Delia Gomez, and you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Delia Gomez.
So with that being said, stay classy, my friends.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye,
Ciao.
guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.